Guys all know what we're probably going to start the stream off with this morning over here. Again, it's going to be another round of victory lapping in a way that, again, probably none of you guys have ever seen before. If you guys didn't believe me after the last 5 10x trades, the last 10, the last 15, the last 20, the last 25 10x trades in the last 2.5 months, maybe what some of the members in LTMP were able to accomplish today will wake some of you guys up. Again, showed you guys on Twitter some of the gains that I was able to make today, but that, again, I've held that the shares in that company forever. AMD, guys, absolutely insane. I mean, this is one of those days here that we prepare for in the market, that just the way that we operate allows us to go and grab and absolutely nail there. So we're gonna let a couple more people filter in here before we start talking about this. The market's looking pretty decent. We've got Johnson & Johnson potentially getting up to that I think third target at this point on this one here at 190 there. Chipotle's still looking okay, but again, that position was already made free on Friday there. Same thing with RGTI, so I'm just riding the runners here. Those are, I think the RGTIs are still up over 100%. I'd have to look. The Chipotles I don't think are, but are moving back up nicely there. If they come back down to break even, I will just trim them. SoFi is starting to move up nicely here, but it is struggling to get back above that daily 10 EMA there, which we would like to see. I think Palantir was up a little bit off of that. Yeah, Palantir's up 4% today. Where's Nio? I haven't even taken a look at Nio today. Nio's looking pretty good at the highs here at 773. How's Hims looking over here? It's looking okay. We'll see what happens with this name over here. But, ladies and gentlemen, before we start, probably the most insane round of victory lapping that you guys have ever seen. It is that time of day again. Say good morning to somebody in the live chat. If you guys would like to say good morning to me, would love to receive some good mornings over here. If you guys are new to the group, new to the stream, new to the channel, let me know. I'd love to welcome you guys in here. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you guys are hitting that like button on the way in. It costs you absolutely nothing to do it, but it helps me out a whole lot, spreading this information out to as many people who actually want to learn. Remember, I am the only person that you guys know on the internet that has been demonetized on YouTube for talking about how many 10x trades that they have handed out to their group. And as you guys see in the title of this stream today, we have an absolutely crazy one to talk about, and it's actually way more than 20,000%. So I don't know what you guys are waiting for. I'm gonna show you guys the results of this over here. Again, nobody else has ever in the trading space they will never do this again. I've told you guys this so many times. They're never going to be able to show the results that I've been able to. If they could, they'd be showing you guys the level of results and the consistent level of results that I've been showing you guys really for like the last year that we've had the LTMP group here. So really proud of all of you guys that are in there. We're going to do our little bit of a roll call and then start kind of going over and looking at some of those AMD gains over there because it is ridiculous. So let's see who we have. We have Gerald, Dawn, Jay, Jerry, George, C. Rich, Samuel, Barsick. We've got Eddie, Jackie, Yuki, Tano, Daily, Taylor, Jesse, Alex, Rogue, Francisco over there turning $468 into $26,000. All right, guys. I mean, what are you waiting for? So pay attention or pay a premium indeed. Yep, RGTI bouncing around. Yeah. Ultra, we got Dawn, we got Yuki, Joshua, we got Brent, Gabby, B-Dash, we got Raul, Jesus, we got Scott, Angel. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Riot, let me take a look at that really quickly here. Yeah, well, that's a nasty move to the upside. That's another awesome one. I mean, again, guys, there's been, what, 25, 26, 27 big 10x trades that I've handed out in the last 2.5, 3 months here. What are you guys waiting for? First target on Riot, I'd probably go 2250. It's probably what I'd look for on that one. But let me go in here. There's been 2 really, really massive gains on AMD that I do want to highlight to everybody. Also, shout out to Catch Me If You Can, make another 28 grand today. That's pretty awesome. If you guys want to see in one of my accounts what I'm up today, go look at my Twitter account. It's on my Instagram account too. I'll probably post it on as a part of a YouTube community post as well later. But let me see here. So we have one person over here turning, I believe it's $492 Sanfico into $28,557. You're welcome. I mean, I don't know what else you guys want from me. Then we have Jay. This is the big one over here, guys. I know there's 20,000% in the title, but it is 26,055%. 26,000%, guys. Like, what are you guys waiting for? Seriously. Alex is up to 40K now on the day. 40 grand on the day with LTMP. So I'm gonna throw the link, guys, to LTMP in the chat for you guys here. The link is pinned to the top. Again, use code October now to get 50% off your first month. If you guys, after what I've shown you, really over the last couple of months here, are not hopping into LTMP, and that's not something that you're seeing as the best place to come and learn, stop operating in the market. Seriously. What's that, 120x? I think it's 200 something x. It's 270 times your initial investment. So I don't know, guys. We have a 200 like goal on the stream. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button on the way in. I'm going to be a real nuisance across the board on the internet today. So get ready for that. Chipotle's moving back up. That's looking good. You want to talk about SoFi? There might have been some news that came out with SoFi. I don't really know what's going on with it right now. It's moving around like crazy. But again, what SoFi could end up doing over the next few weeks here is if you can reclaim this 10 EMA and start flatlining, I'd look at it for another potential trade setup. But SoFi is another one, guys, that I outlined for LTMP last year at $6.55 and for free on Twitter for all of you guys and on these YouTube streams here at $13.60. What was it? This year, I think? Yeah, this year in May. So the stock is almost, again, at a 2x from when I outlined that for you guys earlier this year. And those are really the only 2 points at which, again, you guys would want to be thinking about ads or initial purchases of SoFi. Again, there's a time and a place for everything. Too many people that are new to the market are always going to look at it from a standpoint of, oh, I have to act right now. That is never, ever, ever what you want to be doing in the market. You guys know me. I am not in a rush to do anything ever. LTMP is wild. Jay, that's Jay right there. Jay was the 26,000 percenter right there in the live chat. So again, I say this a lot, guys. I don't know how many more times you guys need to see me do this for everybody. I'm gonna keep doing it. And like I said last week to you guys, I was like, you guys either hop in LTMP before this weekend or I'm just gonna keep victory lapping on you. And then we get 26,000% AMD. So I don't know, man. I told you so. I told you so. Like, what do you want me to do now? I told you I was going to do it, and then I did it. Every time. I'm going to do it again. This is the best way to be operating in the market. There is not anything that will ever come close. If there was, that's what we would be doing. Microsoft I think is still looking good. Yeah, Microsoft still looks good. Where's RTX? Because that was an interesting one. It's still looking okay. Again, with the results that we've witnessed today, I'm really not looking at taking on any new positions. I cut the apples. I'm looking for RGTI to come back up. Chipotle is still looking good. That next target, again, RGTI and Chipotle right now are risk-free. Those were already up well over 100% running to the first targets on Friday. So there's nothing else for us to really do on these besides either wait till the position comes back down to break even or hunt those further targets to the upside. For Chipotle here, the next one's 44.27. For RGTI, it's probably going to be around 45. That's what I'm thinking, because you do have this big break to the upside here into the highs. If it can continue, which I think it absolutely has the potential to do that, all right, we'll see. We could get up there. But if not, I mean, we've already made our money on it, guys. You're in at 15? Nice, Mike. Nice. So, I mean, seriously, like, LTMP is the best. There's not anything else that comes close. And honestly, it's not that hard to be so much better than all these other groups when all these other people are complete, excuse my language, fucking idiots. You've got all these people talking about these stocks and just they have no idea what they're talking about in the market, guys. They just don't. And that's why I started this group. So that you guys can finally have a place to actually start making money in a really, really significant way. Who else is showing you guys 27, 10x trades in a 2.5 month period, or 26,000% gain? Like, it just doesn't exist. I understand, guys, and I've said this before, that it looks crazy. You're like, how is he still doing this? How is this possible? There's got to be something wrong. Something doesn't seem right. If you want to have different results than everybody else, guys, you got to think and act differently than they do. And that's exactly why everybody who comes into LTMP is able to have the ability to have more success than everybody else. The group is run differently than anything else that you guys have ever seen. It's just like, and again, when people, so this is the interesting thing too, when people come to me, sometimes they're like, oh, why don't you do this? And I go, I don't really care what you think I should do in terms of my teaching style, because I know it works for, if you just listen, you're gonna do very, very, very well. And the reason why I do it the way that I do is so that you guys are able to, again, focus on those things that actually matter. It's fully understanding the reasoning behind why and where you're entering the trade where you are, how you're gonna manage it when you're in it, and exactly when and why you're gonna exit. This is not some what we do and what I say all the time to you guys is like hitting those massive trades is easy. It's not hard, because once you understand the setup and what you're looking for out of the market, you're like, oh, this is the easiest thing in the world. I'm like, I know it is. I don't know. You guys saw my gains from earlier today. 20 grand. Thanks, guys. I'll take it. So again, hop into LTMP, get 50% off your first month with code October, or don't expect to generate like results like we are if you're not going to be in there with us looking at these setups the way that they are and operating the way that we are. You know? Oscar ready to start taking off? Let's take a look. This is a chase. If you wanted Oscar, the level was down in here. Again, I would never chase this higher after a 12% day. That doesn't make any sense, you know? Chipotle's still looking pretty good here. This is a really, really solid daily candle forming at Chipotle. If you can push higher here, like really through yesterday's high and getting towards that like 42 area. Again, so the first target really on Chipotle was 42.02, but as we were getting to like 41.95 on Friday and I was already up a decent amount on that position, I was like, it's a Friday. We've had an unbelievable week. The Johnson & Johnsons that I'm still holding right now, guys, the runners on it, are up what? 656% on that position right now. So again, the whole point of the Johnson & Johnson trade on the weekly setup there was to be able to run through some of these targets before earnings, make it free for earnings, which is getting back your initial investment plus profits, and then being able to hold the position for free going into the binary event, where if they rip, okay, maybe that becomes the next big 5,000, 10,000% trade that we have, but if not, we've already made our money on the trade. Breaking news, unsatisfied with handing out 26,000% trades, YouTuber hands out one 26,000% trade. That's funny as well. That's actually a really great way to put it, Rogue. It's like, oh, you guys thought it was crazy that I handed out 26 10x trades? Well, how about one 26,000% trade? How about that? Ridiculous. So I'll throw the links floating around in the live chat. It's pinned to the top. I don't know what you guys are doing not in there. You'd have to, I've said this once before, you'd have to be a real idiot to not, like, oh, where else are you going to do this, guys? Where else? Chipotle making, not new highs, but it's getting close there. I'd like to see Johnson, again, head up that extra dollar, hit that 190 area. RGTI just kind of chopping around after two really, really solid days here. If we get that quantum follow through, this could be another really big one for us here too. Again, it's like there's a lot of really good setups out there this week too. I'm just, again, after what we saw today, on days like today where things go so crazy and the games are so like ridiculous, those aren't really the days that I like to do a whole lot, because it's like I'd rather just like it, because it is overwhelming sometimes, guys. Like seeing you guys, especially turning like $500 into 28,000. Or like being up 20, what do you call it? 26,000% on the trade. Or catch me if you can, hitting another 1,150% trade. Being up 28 grand on the day. Like with the performance that like I've shown you guys that I've had today and what everybody else is, it's like, remember, I'm never in a rush to do anything. That less trades, more profits methodology is what is going to carry you to success. You know? Riot, 100%. There you go, Romeo. 100% on Riot already. Where is that? If you made it free, that's good. But where is that? Is that another one? There we go. There's another one on Riot. So what was I saying here? 2250 would be a good area for that next TP there. I mean, it's only at like a 1 to, but that's a big move from like 20 to 22. In terms of percentages, that's significant. So, are you convinced yet? You convinced yet? 26,000%? You want me to do it again? Because I will. That's the best one for the year so far in LTMP. The last one before that was, I think it was 8,500%. I don't think we've done over 10,000. It was close. 10,000%? We've gotten close. But, I don't know, man. Chipotle looks... I really like this chart. That's why I told you guys earlier today, I was like, I'll throw a stop at break even or a little bit in profit to cover the spread. But, like, the way that this looks here... So, this is a basin break. This isn't the typical textbook setup that we'll trade. But these can sometimes be my favorite setups. And when the basin breaks rip right away... The contracts can snap big time. Now, some of my other favorite setups are where we get the setup after the basin break. That period of consolidation. So, we'll see what's the market doing here. That honestly doesn't look great. Not going to lie. Market not looking too hot here. We'll see, though. We'll see. The market's been trading a little strangely recently. You guys have any other tickers that you want me to cover? Just let me know. Rest all of you. I hadn't joined the group yet, so I don't have the FOMO, but also, holy shit, guys. Yeah, guys. Like, name anywhere else that you guys are seeing this stuff. You're never going to see it again. And I told you guys, I'm not going to be doing it this way forever. Like, you guys probably have, I don't know. I'm going to do my best to continue, like, doing LTMP in the way that we currently are right now for as long as I can. But I've told, some of you guys just don't listen. Again, pay attention or pay a premium. Once you guys learn, this is going to be like once you guys build these types of skills, you have skills that nobody can ever take away from you. But I've also told you, I'm not going to be doing this in this way forever. One, I don't have to. Like, two, I have other really, really big things coming that some of you guys will be able to be a part of, but some of you won't. And if you guys miss that, there's going to be like, oh, SB, can you teach me? Sorry, you guys had years to learn this stuff. FRPT for a base. Oh, Daily Taylor. I'm loving that. I'm loving that look right there. Where's my baby right now? Where is AMD? 210? I'm fine with that, man. I'm fine with that. You don't think we actually went over HIMS? We can take a look. I mean, think about it like this. HIMS is like one that we will trade when it makes sense. And also one that I've highlighted, I would say pretty perfectly over the last, I don't know, year. Down in here, this $29 to $30 break was the one that I was, the basin break here. Kind of very similarly to what we were just talking about, right? With those bases like a Chipotle. Very similar here on HIMS. That break to the upside there at 31 before it ran into the, almost into the 70s, like 66 there, was really solid. Again, a lot of people were like, should I buy this up here? Obviously, I'm going to say no. If I like something at 30 and it's now trading in the 60s, obviously, I'm not going to be going out and looking to make purchases of that stock then. I know we traded this break here. The most recent time where I said it made sense to be dipping your toe back into HIMS. Again, guys, remember, like when I say there's a time and a place to be doing things, I'm not just, like, this is really important to understand. This was right, it was right here, 40, in the 43s on HIMS, it was this day. The reason for that is you saw a really, really solid level of support here, and over the last couple of years here, you've seen HIMS respect this 200 EMA very well. So again, like I told you guys that day, I believe this was on a private stream with LTMP. I was like, this isn't the time to start going crazy. But if you were to say, what's the first spot where it kind of makes it's okay to start dipping your toe back in? It was right around here. Then you got another basin break to the upside, and now you're just chopping around. As of this point right now on HIMS, to me, there's nothing to do. Nothing. You're in 3 trades on the watch list and watching 2 others hit the target. Smooth sailing. There you go. Chipotle moving around a little bit. J&J doing its thing. RGTI still looking good. You're gonna at 530 to 531 for first TP on Microsoft. Do I have another level? I think we went over this earlier, but I think it was 532. But I'll look. I think because it's this big area right here. Yeah, it's this high. 532.70. That's the level that I like for first TP on Microsoft. Again, if you wanna just trim and make it free, that's fine. But MSOS, what's it doing? Nothing. So this was one that we were highlighting on, what do you call it? Friday, I think. This was one that, like, I didn't take it because I was like, we've already done our dirty work on this one, and we already nailed this one for 1,000% in here. This is an example of a potential setup that just didn't work out. Now, here's what I want you guys to think about here, too. Now, just do very, very simple math, and this is going to be a really, really good illustration of, like, if those of you guys have questions of, why are all of these people in the live chat all the time and in LTMP able to just continuously have Just so much more success than any other group that's ever existed. And here's the reason. Just think about, there's been, and I did an Instagram video about this, where it's like, okay, so there's been 26, 27, 10x trades in the last however many months. Now, I did the math for you guys one time where just 3 of them would have put you up like 102 times your risk. Okay, so if you're using just like units of risk, where it's like 1 unit of risk, but you're up 102 times that unit of risk, well, think about what the outcome of one individual trade is to you then. Well, it's completely meaningless when every single setup that I outlined has the potential to run the way that I've shown you, you know? But no, I would not be touching MSOS here. If you guys are still in it from when I gave it to you guys at 324, nice. I mean, that $6 target there was nuts. That hit perfectly, so congratulations to everybody that nailed that one again. Honestly, I'm losing count at this point of how many life-changing trades that I've handed out in the last 2.5, 3 months here. Oh, catch me if you can. Nice dog there, man. I gotta get a dog. I just hope you guys are getting this because, like, especially with the way things are now, it's like I want all of you guys to have the ability to operate in the market like this because, like, things are tough out there. Like, if you guys don't have this system at your disposal here and able to operate in the market this way, it's going to be very, very, very tough. Thoughts on Amazon? We can take a look. I haven't looked at it. Okay, so Amazon, I'd be looking for this one probably over the next... you do have earnings coming up here. So I'm not going to be touching Amazon here. This would be a downside setup, honestly, but you have the 200 EMA right here, so I probably wouldn't be looking too closely at this at all. Amazon, to me, is kind of in no man's land right now. There's not really anything you want to do to the upside, obviously, but the downside move there, the buyers are pushing that back up, and you've got a decent area here, which is kind of lining up with another level of support here, right at that 200, kind of similar to what we were looking at on HIMS. Then you have earnings coming up, so I'd probably be leaving that one alone. You know, Uber setting up, that could be interesting, because Lyft was setting up. I like the Lyft setup a lot better than I do on Uber. So Lyft over here, you guys have this one on the watch list. This can be a freebie for you guys on the live stream right now. 23.31 is the break. That's what I like on that one. Novo looks good today, I think. How's that looking? Yeah, back into the 60s. Remember, I own, what, 1,000 shares of this at 50 in the 54s. I don't know what it exactly is, but I know it's in the 54s. So that's looking good here. I still think that's going to be a big winner. There's going to be a lot of drama with it. Ryan up 442% on Intel. Riot up 120%. Catch Me If You Can's up over $43,000 on the day. I'm going to throw the link to LTMP in the live chat one more time. But again, get 50% off your first month with code October. Join us in there. And you guys are going to set yourselves up for success. If you don't, honestly, stop trying to operate short-term in the market. Buy the S&P, call it a day. Stop listening to everybody on the internet, and you'll probably do okay. But you guys have had everything that you've ever wanted out of the market in front of you the entire time. TTD, it's a lot of drama on this one, but it got really close to that first target today, 52.84. Snow doing all right today, is it now? Yeah, Snow's still looking good there on that break that you guys caught. So first target, what are you talking about? 240. I'm not sure where you're getting 246.52 from. 250. Good first target on Snow there. I like that. I think Chipotle might do it, man. I mean, it may not. It's already free. It's already risk-free. Chipotle could literally have a day tomorrow where it goes to the stock goes to 0, and I would have still made money on the trade. How about that? IONQ looks good. Let's take a look at IONQ. Not a setup. This was what, Daniel, what was this? 5,000% on this setup here? Something like that on this break I gave you guys down in here at 43. Again, I don't know how many more of these you guys need to see, but I'm gonna keep showing you them. Like 43K on the day, dude. That's just ridiculous. Ridiculous. Lovers, this is way back. Interesting. Yeah, I didn't see that. It might be from before, but I like the 250 area. It hit 7,000%. Yeah, that's what I thought, Daniel. Because there was another one that ran 5,000%. I just forget. Again, there's so many of them, I can't keep track of them. If you did keep 100 shares, nice. Nice. Nice work, guys. I mean, RGTI sneaking up here a little bit. 45 is the next area that I would look for on that. You know, sling it a little bit. Too many to count these days. Yeah, I mean, there really is, guys. It really is. There's nobody doing what we're doing, things that the trading community has never seen before. You think they've ever seen this? No. You think they're going to see it again? No. You guys are spoiled. You're like, oh, look, STV did it again. 26,000% for the LTMP group members. Yeah. It's like, I don't think you guys realize how nuts that is. Just think of a stock that's made a big move in the last 3 months here on the run that we've been on, and it's be like, yep, we were all over it. Everyone. What are yields? So yields are moving a little. I mean, this is a pretty muted reaction out of yields. You did see the Japanese election finalized, and that was moving around USD JPY as well as bond yields in Japan, which is also going to influence our bond yields. People don't realize how intertwined the Japanese and American markets are. They're very, very intertwined. Not only is Japan... I believe there's, I know they're the largest holder of U.S. debt right now. I'm not necessarily sure if they're still the largest purchaser. I would think that they are, but that one I don't know for sure. But then you also have to think about the carry trade, which, again, with Japanese bond rates being as low as they are, and this is what you guys got to realize too, like, we're going to get a little complex here, but this is really important about this market and what it leads to next. So, as a part of what this that new kind of, let's say, administration, I believe it's a prime minister in Japan, had said as a part of their goals yesterday after the election was kind of finalized, was they were aiming to keep interest rates low for a continued period of time. Now, if they're looking to continue keeping interest rates low, what does that mean? Well, you could have had a lot of people that are in these carry trades, which are effectively taking out loans of Japanese yen at very low interest rates, converting that yen into dollars, and then going and buying U.S. assets for potentially, hopefully, a higher rate of return. So they're supposed to go out, it's the safe way to do it, would be to go out and buy U.S. debt and lever it up. So let's say, for example, you're going to have an interest rate on the Japanese yen loan of 1%, and you can go out and get 4%, let's say, from 10-year yields. Okay, well, you've got to basically effectively a risk-free rate of, not actually, but we'll talk about the risk, but it's risk-free at 3% basically. Now, the risk is exchange rate risk. So if the exchange rate moves too much while you're in that position, well, it can eat away at the interest rate that you're getting. So what do? Well, they just decide to take more risk, which is why we saw the carry trade blow up last year when Japan started raising interest rates, because those rates are variable most of the time. So then what do you see? So just to kind of put that into context, well, if you have, let's say, this new prime minister, new administration saying that they want to keep interest rates low for a period of time, well, that can easily kind of tell us as investors, well, if that carry trade's going to continue going, well, it continues to add that buying pressure into U.S. equities, because they're going to feel more comfortable taking out more loans because they don't think that the interest rates are going to randomly spike on them anytime soon. Does that make sense to everybody? I hope it does, because that's pretty important. Oh, Chipotle moving up here a little bit. There we go. I hope that makes sense to everybody there. That's pretty important. That's why, again, our bond yields are going to move and do all sorts of things. Now, again, if you were to think about, and this is the interesting thing that we've noticed, which is why we know they're not buying U.S. bonds. If that were to happen, and they were buying U.S. bonds, bond yields wouldn't have gone up. They would have gone down because people would have been like, oh, we're going to go buy more treasuries and they're going to front run it. But they're not buying treasuries. They're buying the NASDAQ. Like, they're going crazy in risk. So, again, keep smacking that like on the way in, team. Again, we've got a lot of slackers on the like button here. We're about a quarter of the way there to the 200 like goal. We got 58 of them right now. I'd love to see at least 100. At least 100 would be pretty nice. Yeah, so still sitting on the freebies on Chipotle, 87%. My RGTIs are up 111%. My J&Js are up 620%. You cut CMG this morning was just in a frenzy of collecting cash. That's fine, Daniel. You know the deal. There's going to be so many more of these epic trades that are going to fire off. Those of you guys, didn't I tell you that those of you guys that are joining LTMP last week and into this weekend, you guys are going to be set up really well? It's like, here we go. We got some more good ones coming, folks. Here comes Chipotle. Come on, buddy. So again, like I've said before, I've never seen a group of traders do what you guys have been able to do after going into LTMP and going through those videos and understanding what we talk about there. Oh, and then what happens? Oh, look, 26,000%. Oh, turning basically $500 into 28,500. Like, that's how it goes sometimes, guys. That's how it goes. Pay attention or pay a premium. Let's see. Is there anything else interesting going on Twitter? I don't think so. I don't think so. Perfectly clear. Cool. CMG daily candle is going to look really nice if she keeps grinding up. Yeah, if we get through that like first actual target that we had, it was just, again, it was so close to it on Friday. We were up a really solid amount. I didn't want to be on my phone. I had way more important things to do than look at Chipotle. I'll take the money and run. Which now it's free. If we get through that area, which is not a giant area, I mean, you actually could also use this 42.26. But the big target on Chipotle there that I want to see get hit is 44.27. So that happens, that'll be the next big, like, multi-hundred, potentially multi-1,000% trade that we hit. IBM look failed. Did it come back down after it was moving up today? No, I mean, that still looks okay. I mean, it's not one that I'd be really all that interested in. The thing is that if you're still holding runners here from the other 10x trade that I gave you guys down at this area, 260, I mean, you're kind of just hunting this 296 area now. But that's another epic one. Another epic one there. I really hope that you guys are getting this and I'm explaining the power of what we do here well enough, because, like, there's nothing else like it in the market, guys. Nothing. So Chipotle's grinding here a little. I would really like to see J&J hit that next target. So I have a little limit order on it that if it flies through the 190 area, I'll get filled. But we'll see. We'll see. Again, it's already free. They're up 600 something percent. They were up 700 something percent today. But, like, oh no. Oh no, guys. Yeah, any other tickers that you guys want to look at, just let me know. Market's starting to grind up a little bit here. That could probably help Chipotle a little. Microsoft and RTX look nice for those that took it. Oh, I haven't taken a look at RTX recently. How's that looking? Yeah, RTX still looking good. That was another setup from the watch list this week. Microsoft was another one. Yeah, Microsoft looking good there too. Nothing crazy. First target is what, 432, I think? 533, sorry. Looks good. Looks good, guys. VOYG daily, Voyager. That's actually... So this is another thing I want to just kind of point out to you guys. When there are these big IPOs in the market, when I say don't touch them, this is what I mean. You want to be waiting. Again, I think we were talking about this one too. Gemmy is another one. I don't want this here. It looks good. I mean, but I would like to see this thing base out a little bit more and honestly sell off a little bit more. But We see it with Bolt. We've seen it with almost every crazy IPO. You don't want to be buying them. This is just typical retail trader garbage. They're like, ooh, look, new thing coming out. I'm going to flip the IPO. And then what happens? Oh, I don't know. They're down what? After the first day? 47%? You want to wait till they base out like this. Now, I like this. This is an interesting base. And the weekly probably looks interesting on this too. Yeah, you got a nice little weekly base here. Above like 34.11, I'd be pretty interested in that. It'd be a very small trade, but that doesn't look bad. RXRX, let's see this one. Recursion Pharma, biotech. Yeah, I see what you're looking at here. There's a couple problems with this. One, it's almost a penny stock. Two, you're going right into the daily 200 EMA. And three, biotech. So usually I stay away from those. JMIA, Jumia. It's a very strong looking chart there. Not necessarily one I'm probably going to want to trade at the highs, but looks good if you've been in this thing for a while. Chipotle 86%, Riot 120%, J&J 411%, RGTI 48%. So great. Do not wait. Get in the group. There you go. These are all free runners. Yeah, no, that's great. Oh, Chipotle moving up a little bit here. Getting very close to the highs. Here we go. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. So, again, are you guys like, those of you guys that have questions about LTMP, like, I understand that all your questions are probably answered after I showed you guys 26 10x trades in the last 2.5 months and then one, like, 26,000% trade today. If you guys have questions, let me know. I mean, I want to make sure that you guys fully understand like what the power of everything that we do in the market is so that you guys can come in and start doing this instantly. Again, make sure your WAP account is, your Discord account is connected to your WAP account. Hop in, go through the course curriculum videos. I'll direct you to exactly where those are. If you have questions, just let me know. I'm always around to answer, and we'll get you guys going. Up 150% on TTD from the other week. TTD's a really good one. Did I hit that target yet? No, but it's close. I mean, it did get up there today. That first target, 52.84. If you want to make it free, it's your prerogative. You can do whatever you want. We got a lot of crypto setups firing here too, guys. You have a freebie for Chipotle. Would I add more or not? I'm going to ask you this question, George. Where have I ever talked about adding? Especially after it's been made free. That's my question to you. The free car giveaway? When have I ever talked about that? Never. No, you're not adding to anything. Johnson being a little annoying, but it does that. RGTI still looks really good. Let's see what we got, guys. You know? Dawn took Microsoft and RTX this morning. Those are both looking good. Market's starting to turn up here. Add more on the breakout of the next ticker. Right, guys. There's always more setups coming. You guys have seen it. Like, think about it. I told you guys 25 10x trades ago. There's always going to be another one. After the first one, there was 25 more. Never, ever, ever get too hung up on one of these setups because there's always another one coming right around the corner. And you never know. It might be another 26,000% AMD-like trade. You never know. Why would you tie up capital in an already winning trade on Chipotle when you could wait for the next big one? You know, why would you do that? The crypto setups look really good. 120% on RTX right now. 93% on Chipotle. Only 589% on Johnson & Johnson on the runners right now. How am I going to financially recover from this? Coinbase Advanced is pretty good. They don't let you put a stop loss. If you're using Coinbase Advanced, they do. Just wondering if that was a possibility. No, because think about it, George. Why would we do that? You know, what would be the reasoning behind that? The only question you should be asking yourself is why are you still on the sidelines scrounging for crumbs on these videos? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I tell you guys all the time. These streams and stuff are just really like showcase, like for me to kind of explain stuff about the market, just kind of keeping some of you guys safe. But for what we're doing in LTMP, it is so cheap, guys. Prices are going to go up again. Like I told you guys, the price for LTMP is eventually going to $199 a month. And I could charge $1,000 a month if I really wanted to. I have people turning $500 into $28,000. I can charge whatever I want. Will I? I'm not going to go that high, but it is going to go to $199 a month soon. So, again, giving you guys all the opportunity to hop in at a lower rate, take advantage. Or not. And I'm just going to keep showing you guys the best results in the market, and you guys are going to be left on the sidelines yet again. You're like, oh, he's called out so many of them, he can't do it again. I can and I will. J&J coming down a bit. Again, chill day. Where's my baby over here? How's it looking? 208? It's fine with me. Was that, what, 170 at close? Yeah, Robinhood was glitching hard this morning. You guys were telling me that. That was not ideal. I mean, if RGTI can push through 40.66 today and start ripping again, I mean, that would be very fun. Get some quantum moves, a little continuation on the quantum names, that'd be very fun. So, and then also, guys, this week, I'll probably start making a lot more YouTube videos for you guys, too. So, I'll get back on the YouTube horse, you know. Getting it going with you guys there. I know you guys do enjoy those YouTube videos, so I'll get them going again. It's just been tough to do them all. But it's not really worth it for me. Even when I was monetized, it's not worth it for me to do it. I do all this stuff for you guys. I don't have to do this. I showed you guys the games from today and whatever. Like, I do this because I want you guys to be making money. You got so many of these other people out there that are like supposedly like the mainstream people in the industry that are just literal morons. You're like, I know you don't make any money. We're gonna have some fun on Instagram and TikTok today. That steakhouse trade started. Oh, Texas Roadhouse? How's that looking? Oh, RTX is looking great over here too for those of you guys that took this one. Boom. There you go. Where's Microsoft? That's still looking good? Yep. Microsoft looking great over here too. You guys surprised? You shouldn't be. TXRH. How's that looking? Ooh. Getting close. Texas Roadhouse. Getting close, ladies and gentlemen. That looks good. Looks real good, team. But yeah, I'm really proud of all of you guys that have taken that step forward and taking a chance on being an LTMP, because remember, when I say like all these people out here are idiots, it's like I understand that like looking at like somebody like me on the internet doing this, like everybody's just gonna be like, oh, scam. And it's like, that's why I tell you guys, I never want to be associated with any of these people because it's just like effort. Call it the tickers. Nah, you can. You can. Until people go through the learning curriculum videos and understand exactly what we're doing, they shouldn't be in the trades anyway. You know? It's like you got to understand. That's why I talk about all the time. It's like you got to understand the exact reasoning behind where and why you're going to exit, how you're going to manage the trade when you're in it, and exactly when and why you're going to exit. If you don't understand that, don't take the trade. I tell you guys that too, especially you new people. Spend the time focusing on learning the process, because the power of what we do here is like, again, these aren't going to stop. Once you guys learn the skills, nobody can ever take them away from you. You know? Johnson not having it. It can't get through that 190 area. But again, remember, it was struggling to get through that other area that we were hunting on it before. And then boom, gap up. So we'll see. RGTI still looks good. You got Chipotle looking good. The freebies on J&J. You know? It's looking good, guys. Looking really good. There we go. All right, they adjusted that. I needed them to adjust that. I gotta pay that. Got more bills I gotta pay. Uh-oh. Oh, no. But, yeah, hopefully you guys understood that stuff on the carry trade, too. Because that stuff's important. That stuff's very important for moving forward here. How close are we? AMD, baby. Did Aunt Nancy tell you about the incoming AMD news last week? No. It was just a setup that you guys had size for 0. XOM? I never liked this. Oh, do I like this? No, I don't like this. This is not a setup for it. RGTI, TMG looks good. Yeah, Texas Roadhouse is moving around a little bit here. Low volume though. Average volume's 1 million. It's got 186,000 in volume. That chain's probably gonna be bad. I'm thankful I found you again. I remember you during the AMC days. Just on a whim, I clicked on a live stream about 3 weeks ago. LTMP changed your whole view of the market. Monkman, thanks man, I appreciate that. Yeah, it's awesome. I'm happy you guys are crushing it. That's what it's here for. It really is. That's awesome, man. That is really awesome. Cores Weekly. Let's see. RZ. The daily looks great. The daily looks awesome on this. I feel like we've talked about this before, but yeah, the daily on that chart looks great, Adrian. STX, let's see. I'd give that a little bit more time. AMD, Daniel, I think the only thing that I'd be considering doing on AMD here is selling covered calls. I'm not going to be touching it anymore. You know. Ooh, RGTI. Climbing a little there, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting a little push. Little baby push. 124% on those freebies right now. Not bad. Not bad. Could be 500% at the next target. Could be more. Could be 1,000. If this thing sends, it could be a 10,000% trade. Who knows? That's why I'm letting it ride for free. You know? Let it rip, guys. Let it rip. Yeah. Once you see it, guys, you can't unsee it. You'll wonder why you ever tried to do anything else in the market besides what I've shown you is possible. Riot, 138%. There you go. Oh, Snow not. Oh, I thought you were saying AMD. Oh, Snow. Sorry. Snow's next target is 250. PSTG weekly? No. I mean, I could look at it, but I don't think this is going to be one for us. Here's just, it already broke. You got earnings. You got a little time. A little time. UNP. Oh, is UNP getting there? Again, some of them from the watches this week, I may not trade, but they're good setups just to highlight for you guys. It does look good, though. But sizing for 0, again, yeah, that looks insane. UNP looks ridiculous. Today has been awesome. Jay, I'm really proud of you, man. I'm really proud of you. You did some unbelievable work today. 26,000% on AMD, man. That's crazy. Next target on Joby. Here's another great one. Oh, nice. Let's see. 21? Yeah, 21. What about AMD? What's the target? What do you mean, what's the target? There is no target on AMD. Guys, Yvonne, okay. We sell gap ups, we don't buy them. So when everybody's up 26,000% on AMD, you can do whatever you want with it at this point. You think I have a target on my AMD shares? No. like I've told you guys, and I think we talked about this with you, Yvonne, last week. And I say this a lot. It's like you gotta be thesis driven, not price target, not time driven. I own a boatload of shares of AMD with an average of $11.39. I told you, and I was the first time that I started trimming it was last year as it was running up into the 200s. I don't have price targets. I think price targets are garbage. Like, because think about it like this, like, because then it makes me think of like these analyst price targets. The only thing that I would do on AMD today is potentially sell some covered call leaps, but I don't think I'm even gonna do that. I mean, I could. But again, it's like, it's the thing that I say all the time, guys. It's like, if you want to have different results than everybody else, you got to think and act differently than they do. And when I say, I literally do not care about anybody's price target for anything. There's a reason for that. I don't care what somebody else thinks. I don't care. They could have a price target at 50. Okay. Most of the analyst price targets too, if you look at, I think it's like tip ranks, they're garbage. Why would I look at that? And why would I be thinking about price? And okay, so the other thing is here too, is you guys also have to understand the position that I'm coming from and the position that I'm in. I'm 26. I have a long investment horizon here. Very long time. Hopefully. I mean, knock on wood, I'd hope I have a very long time to be doing all this stuff. I'm going to be operating way differently than somebody that's like, I don't know, 50, 60, 70 is, you know? You feel silly letting it run? It's just, and here's the thing, the reason why you sold, unless it's a trade, because the trade setup that I gave you guys last week, that those of you guys sized for zero, and you guys made turned $500 into $28,000 and like all of that stuff, like Yvonne, the LTMP group, I think you've still not joined it yet, is built for people like you to get you away in thinking in a better way out of the market. Because if you had a thesis, remember, everything I do is thesis driven. And I think I talked about Philip Morris with you last week, where like that move on AMD there is just it's like, okay, there's nothing thesis breaking, there's nothing thesis making about that trade right now. You're like, okay, I'm up a lot, you know? Let's see, Alex, this is unbelievable. Lots of support in the group and others who find great setups and share with the group. I took some time off over the summer and came back to the group a little over a month ago and have made over $200,000. Unbelievable. I mean, dude, you've been really crushing it, man. Really crushing it. So have a lot of you guys. But like, Yvonne, the reason why you felt the need to sell this morning is because you weren't focused on the thesis, you were focused on price. You know? So you should have let your 200 shares run? It depends on what your thesis is. It doesn't have anything to do with, like, if it's a trade, you sell that gap up every single time. Just like everybody else did in LTMP and made all that money. If it's not a trade and it's a long-term investment, well, you then have to think about what is then changed about the prospects of that investment moving forward. Not, oh, it's gapping up. You know? Because then you're just flying around in the market like everybody else, you know? That's not what we do. Like, can you sell it and lock it in? Sure. Am I going to be selling any of my AMD up here? No. Even, guys, if you look at the volatility of AMD over the years, it's massive. You just want to make a ton of money? Well, Yvonne, I've told you so many times before, there's a place to come and learn how to do it. I just, like, who else is going to show you the ability to just call out 26, 27, over 1,000% trades in a 2.5 month period? You know? But I get that too, and on the flip side, I just want to make a ton of money. It's like the only way to actually do that is to focus on becoming really good at the process of executing good ideas. That's it. I don't care about the outcome of one individual trade at all. Why? Because I have a really good understanding of what our system is able to generate us over time in the market and what always happens. And I'm going to keep doing it. And everybody in LTMP is going to keep witnessing those types of results. So you either see it at this point or you don't. But I'm telling you guys right now, especially for people like you, Yvonne, if you're trying to operate in the market short term here without the power of what I teach in LTMP, seriously, just stop. Don't do it. So I'll throw the link again for you guys in the live chat here. There it is. Use code October. Get 50% off your first month. We're done. I'm going to keep doing it for everybody. But again, I told you guys, prices are eventually going to go to $199 a month. They're really low right now. LTMP stands for less trades, more profits. That's what it stands for. 79% hit rate for the September watch list. Really? Like, guys, I don't even care about stuff like that. Like people talk about like, what's the win rate? It's like, okay, if the win rate was 10%, it wouldn't matter. It would still, like, think about how many trades there's been. Like 10x trades, multi 10x trades. It's like people are just focusing on the wrong things that just don't matter. It's like focus on the process of execution, being able to identify stocks that are about to explode before they do, being able to nail the runners. 82% for August? Is it really that crazy? Well, the problem is, Brandon, you'd have to look at the criteria. It's like if something breaks, then what is the hit rate to first TP? I don't know what you're using for the metrics here, but that isn't even something that crosses my mind. Win rate, nothing. I don't care. If you're going to be here's the thing. If you're going to be focused on like that type of data and statistics, is why I say trading journals are nonsense. It's like, okay, go program your strategy and see how it goes for you. Go program it into a bot and see how it does. It will lose. You need that asymmetric risk to reward that LTMP is able to provide. And you need a little, like the way the day trading stuff is good. Because it's like the stuff that we do in there, which is like very, like barely any of what we do, but like the data behind that one is pretty good. But it's also these strategies that are enabling you still. It's the same type of methodology where it's like less trades, and you also have that asymmetric risk reward when the trades that run to double TP are like 1 to 8 risk rewards. You know, like I told you guys before, when we were talking about a lot of the day trading stuff, it's like you hit 1 double TP in a month, and you're probably going to be green. Because like there's not going to be that many trades, and you hit 1, it's like, because then you'd need to lose like, I don't know, 6 trades. There's not like 6 trades in a month really with that stuff. Anybody take Joby? Joby's a really good one. Open? We can take a look at Open here. Open I don't like really. It's okay. I just have a like hatred for like what this stands for right now, because people think that this stands for like, oh, retail getting together. No. This whole Open thing right now is everything that's wrong with the trading and investing community. I'm only trying to say follow the system and learn to watch it. No. I know, Brandon. I know. I'm just saying it's stuff that like I'm not coming at you at all. I'm just saying that like that's not even a thing that I think about, because like to me and to everybody else, it's not relevant. Like you could have. Because I could say, all right, like, because people are going to think of win rate and then immediately think of that in terms of like how successful something could be. All right, well, if I call out 26 10x trades and a lot of them run multi 10x trades, what do you think the win rate needs to be to make money? I don't know, 10%, 15, 12? Is ours that low? No, it's way higher. But like, I don't know what it is. It's just like, it's not a relevant statistic, you know? Come at me, bro. You know? So, yeah, I mean, we're going to keep doing what we're doing. You guys either see the power of it or you don't at this point. And if you don't, I'm telling you, don't. You're going to lose a boatload of money if you're trying to white knuckle this by yourself. I'm going to keep victory lapping and just showing you guys. Like, the videos that I'm going to make today for social media are going to be ridiculous. Nobody's ever seen anything like this before. At which point do you sell? We've already been over this. It's thesis breaking. And Yvonne, we've talked about this too many times. At this point, it's like, hop into LTMP. It's going to help you out. I can't keep saying the same things over and over and over again. Like I say all the time, it's like pay attention or pay a premium, because I'm 99% sure we had this exact conversation last week. The same one. The Philip Morris example is perfect. I've talked about that like a lot. And then also on the side of like the trading setup, just levels, guys. Just levels of resistance. That's it. But ladies and gentlemen, it is 11:30. We are going to be wrapping up the stream for today. Congratulations, everybody. Again, we've done another round of just life-changing trades in LTMP. I'm going to throw the link in here one last time for you guys. Use code October. Get 50% off your first month. Hop in there with us. Again, just make sure your WAP account is connected to your Discord, or your Discord account is connected to your WAP account. You'll be able to hop right in there. I'll direct you guys to the Start Here area. You'll be able to go through the curriculum videos, and we'll get you guys going. Again, you're never going to see results like this anywhere else, and I'm going to keep showing them to you. So, team, have a great rest of your day. I'll be hanging out with you guys a little bit in the Discord throughout the day. If there's anything crazy, don't do anything stupid, please. Awesome work, guys. That's what we do over here. So, folks, I'll see you guys later. Peace.